Hey there, my name is Sarah Blair. Welcome to the Right Away vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about pantsing versus plotting. We all know writers each have their own way of getting a story down on the page, but they generally tend to fall into two categories: the pantser and the plotter. Pantsing is kind of like, woohoo! Shibbity shibbity! Whee! Yes! Whereas plotting is more like, I just plotted out my next 20 books. Right here. Every detail. Right here. Yeah. There are good things and bad things about both types of methods. Pantsing can be good because it gives you more freedom to explore your ideas as you draft your manuscript. It allows for you to follow where your characters are going, and there's not as much pressure to try to fix things as you're going along in your draft. Some of the downsides are that you tend to get derailed by plot bunnies, and that can sometimes lead to like a huge writing wedgie. Also, pantsers usually need to do more revising once they have a full draft. If you're like I am and revising is like your most favorite thing in the world, that's not a thing to be afraid of. It's actually preferable. Plotters do a lot more work ahead of time. For some writers, the idea of not having a plan or an outline to follow as they draft can be like totally panic-inducing. Some people really need nothing more than a sentence for each chapter when they outline. Others, well, they plot out each chapter. They write out timelines. They do maps of their towns that they're writing in. They do character sketches. They have like tons of other stuff that they do before they start even the very first chapter of their manuscript. I think that is a super-tastic thing to do if that works for you. Way to go. The downside of that is that you could possibly get caught up in working so hard on all your writing that you never actually make it to your real writing. Everybody gets all up in arms because pantsers are like, pantsing is so much better, you can just do whatever you want, and plotters are like, you have to have an outline. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. There is no right way to do it. That's what she said. Really, not only is every writer different, but each book is different. Sometimes people who are faithful plotters and have everything mapped out from the beginning find themselves chasing down plot bunnies. And there are also die-hard pantsers who might find themselves needing to sketch out a few main ideas and plot points as they go along. You have to do what feels right for you and for your book, and the most important part is to be willing to be flexible. Don't. I personally enjoy revising instead of drafting. I like to have the whole chunk of manuscript to look at. For some people, that's what they do in the outline. They can see the whole picture that way, but I'm not the type who can do an outline because my characters always tend to surprise me and lead me in directions that I didn't have planned. And other people really enjoy having their manuscript as polished and ready as possible by the time they type the end. And that's totally fine. Both ways end with a finished manuscript, and that's the ultimate goal. So there are a couple of books that I'd like to recommend. If you're a pantser like I am, this book is the shiznit, yo. I love this book so much. This book focuses on building tension in your story and using the drive of your characters and getting what they want to build up your story and really make it rich and draw readers in. So it's been really, really helpful to me. I hope that you enjoy it as much as I did. There's another book that a lot of my plotting friends recommend, and they swear by it. It's called Save the Cat. And there's a beat sheet in it that tons of my friends fill out before they even write a single word of their first draft. And they are like, this book works, it's super great, and they just love it. I, however, have not read it because I'm a pantser, and I've checked out the beat sheet and tried to do it, but it just was not for me. But if you're a plotter and that's how you roll, you should really check out that book. Thank you for joining me on this edition of the Right Away vlog. I hope you will check out the other vlogs if you haven't already, and happy writing! Let's be serious here.